So we present our letters of reference. And he laughs at the bowl and the wheel. But alright, we've got our first quest, which is to rescue the missing Plugins. And he says, what are they? They're tax things, and we'll see them eventually. Okay, now here is probably the biggest key to the game, is these pieces of equipment. And so you want to try and get as many good pieces of equipment as you can get. You see this Knight's Cuirass is a huge +4 to defense, +1 morale bonus. Chainmail armor is +1 to defense, but we can afford it, whereas we can't afford this. And this is a +1 to intellect. I don't think we need any of those things right now. Should probably pick this up though, so let's go ahead and buy it. Okay, and now we have some magic scrolls, Dispel and Haste. And you see Dispel is in the Order Magic School, and Haste is in the Distortion Magic School. Dispel is a useful spell, so let's pick, whoops, can't purchase it. No space in my spell book. Okay, so let's purchase some units. Purchase 11 swordsmen, and we'll explain why. It's only 11 out of the 70 in a second, and we'll pick up some more archers. Okay, and we could pick up more of these peasants, but for now let's just stick with the 32 that we've got. Okay, so we're going to exit. Now let's take a look at our hero, and here you see leadership is 35. That's what's required. 35 for every unit. So if you multiply 35 times 11, it's 385. If you multiply it times 12, it's 420. So you see, we would not have enough leadership to hire 12 of these guys. So that's why you can only hire 9 of them, or 11 of them. Okay, so that's now we want to do something on the magic side. And this is something that I explained to you before. Come on. Alright, now we got Wisdom, and this increases the amount of mana and the maximum number of scrolls in a spell book. So we want to, it pushes our mana up by 10 and scrolls up by 2. So let's go ahead and learn that spell. Okay, and now we can learn Order Magic. So now we don't have to use the scrolls, we can use the spells from our spell book. We can write actually scrolls into our spell book, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So we've got 2 and 2, 2 of the mind runes and 2 of the magic runes, and we have 10 mind and 3 magic, so let's go ahead and learn it. Okay, and so that gets us there. Now Healer, we can go ahead and learn this. Probably worthwhile. Okay, and you can see we can't get the distortion magic yet. We need 1, 1, and 4, and we also need meditation level 1. We need this, which is 1 and 1. So that's it for the magic. Now let's look at the mind. Okay, Glory. Brings our bonuses up our leadership by 100. Oh, and see, our leadership is down to 416. If you remember, in the training room we were up to like 2200. So you see, we did not keep that. We also did not keep our wonderful army that we had there. So let's add some to our leadership so that we can have some more armies to start with. Okay, and you see there are levels of each of these things too. That, you know, I mean, if we go, see, this is just level 1 of 3, but if we go to another one, we'd be able to, let's says approximate the number of creatures and enemy troops. And glory, we'd be able to increase our leadership by 250. Wow. And holy anger would increase our attack by 10 against demons and undead. Okay. Alright, so is there anything we want to do on might? Training, it would cost us 2, and this would give our swordsman the smashing blow, so that's a useful tool too, if I can just remember to use it. Okay, so now we've increased our leadership, remember, by 100, so now we'll be able to hire a couple more units. So we were able to buy 3 more units because we were close to having enough. And now on the bowman, we're able to buy 2 more units. Okay, so you see how that works. The more leadership you have, the more units you can hire. Okay, and then we'll go over here. And this is our buddies. Here's Master Richards, and here's Arian Denton. And I'm a graduate of the night school, and he wants me to do some alright, I got a mission, and here's a nice mission. Okay, we have to bring this purse of donations to the Temple of Deceased Souls in Marchand Swamp. And the reward is 3 magic runes and 77 experience, so this is a very valuable one to get. Okay, and let's say hello to Master Richard. And let's see if he gives any kind of... Oh, they've got a tournament, but I don't want to do that. What happened to the previous searcher? He ran up against something too difficult for him and he died. Okay, so meantime, let's look at these things. Well of Mana Belt. Whew. That's useful. And Monk's Belt, +4 to mana, +1 to the morale of priests and inquisitors. Magic, we have healing, which we already got, and haste, which is again distortion magic. So let's go ahead and purchase some priests. Okay, and now we got more priests. Let's exit. Alright, and now, let's look at spells. That's what we want to do. Alright, this is order spells that we have, and now we can write these spells into our spell book. And we need 3 magic crystals, but you see we got 20, so we can, boom, now bless is in our spell book, so we don't lose it. And Resurrection, which is a very valuable spell early on especially, is also available to us. And what Resurrection does is it resurrects some of the killed creatures in your troops that you lose in a battle, but you can only do it during the battle. You can't do it after the battle. Alright, so now let's go over here and talk to this guy. And that's a boat with a balloon attached. Take a dirigible and it will travel through the air. And maybe someday you'll show me what it looks like from the air. Okay. So now we're ready to explore the world. Okay. And you can see here's an enemy. He's listed as weak, and there's a chest by him, but right for now I would again stick with very weak enemies, because you want, one of the key economies in the game is that you buy troops, but another economy in the game that isn't quite as obvious is that you spend troops in order to pick up experience. And you want to spend as little as possible Okay, and here's somebody who wants to talk to us. So we can talk to him. And he's gloomy. So we ask him why. And he says troubles come to our village. The thorns have begun to breed, and so can you help him? Okay, yeah, I'm interested in talking about the predatory. Okay, and it says we've beaten and burned them, still they come. However, there's a big red thorn by the lake, and if you go and talk to them, maybe you can help. Maybe they can help you. All right, so we'll try it. Okay. So in the meantime, you can see some stuff over here. There's a battle. Oops. There's the battle. And he's very weak, so that's what we want to attack. So again, like I said, there's, you're exchanging troops for experience. And if you spend no troops and you get experience, that's obviously a terrific way to play the game. And in fact, it's very important that you play the game that way, because if you don't, you end up spending a lot of money to rebuy troops and not spending them on those artifacts, which can be very useful. Ready to battle. And once again, you can see got some chest in the middle of the room. Fortunately, we don't have as swift an army as we had before. Another thing to be aware of is that there's this thing called initiative, and if you look here, this guy's got initiative of 4. And then if you look at, say, my troop here, he's got initiative of 4 as well. So it means that in theory, these troops should have the first movement. And you see, this guy's got initiative of 3, so he should move next. And this guy's got initiative of 3, he should move next. And this guy's got initiative of 4, so actually, these two will move first, then these two. Okay, so we can use our priests to attack, and you see they're pretty strong attackers now. We got 10 of them. We used to have 3 and they weren't doing much damage. But these guys are going to kill 3 to 6 units, so that's pretty good. Okay, and now we can send our knight, send him here, and then open the box. Yep. Okay. And the peasants are pretty weak, and I just want to keep them out of the way for now. I'm going to lose them eventually, and I don't really care about them. But let's try to make it as hard as possible for the enemy to get at them. Okay, and 4 hit. And let's see, what is this guy going to do? He's going to shoot as well, but at the bowman, and takes 3 damage. Okay. And this guy's going to do the spit a seed out and have them grow. Okay, he's going to attack our knight.